Let us understand how we can manipulate data for a partition table. Data can be manipulated either by using the main table or the tables that are created for the partitions. However, using the main table is the most preferred way. First, let us understand with respect to insert, then we'll talk about update as well as delete. We can insert data using the main table, which is most preferred way, or we can use the tables created for partitions to insert the data. In our case, we have a table by name users underscore part. It have three partitions, one for U, one for A, and one for default. The table that is created for U is nothing but users underscore part underscore U. The table that is created for A is nothing but users underscore part underscore A, and then the table that is created for default is nothing but users underscore part underscore default. So either we can use the main table name or the table names that are used for creating the partitions. This is how a typical table creation syntax look like to create a table for partition for the table users underscore part to store values related to user role U. As part of the update, if we change the value in a partition column which will result in changing partition, then internally data from one partition will be moved to other. We can also delete the data using the main table or the table created for each partition. However, using the main table is the best practice. When it comes to DML, it is same irrespective of the partitioning strategy. Whatever I have discussed here is applicable to all three partitioning strategies, which are nothing but list, range, and hash. Now let's load the SQL magic, create this database underscore URL environment variable. Let's truncate this table called as users underscore part. Now I'm trying to insert records into users underscore part using the table directly with role as U. All the three records have the role as U itself. Even though we are using the main table, the data will automatically go to the respective partition, which is nothing but users underscore part underscore U. You can insert the records and then you can query the data either by using the table name like this or the table that is created for the partition like this. Either of the approach will work. You can see that all the three records are in the same partition, users underscore part underscore U. Now you can insert this additional record using the partition name users underscore part underscore A. However, this is not a good practice. We use this approach when we detach the partition from the main table so that we can manipulate the data if at all we want to. Otherwise, we will not be dealing with the data using the table names that are created for the partitions. Instead, we will use the main table itself. Now we can actually query the data from this table. We can see all the 4 records. Now I am updating one of the records which have user role U to user role A, which will result in movement of this record from users underscore part underscore U to users underscore part underscore A. These are the tables which are created to support partitions for users underscore part table. Let me run this update command and now let me run this query. You can see that there are 2 records in the table users underscore part underscore A, which is created as a partition with values A in column user underscore role. Now you can delete the data like this or like this. So in this case I have used the main table. In this case I have used the table that is created for the partition U. We can use either of the approach to delete the data. However, the best practice is to use the main table, not the tables that are created for partitions. So this is the best practice to delete the data from a partition table, not this one, unless the table that is created as partitions is detached from the main table. Now let's run this query. You can see that there are 2 records, one with user role A and other one with user role U. This record is from the partition that is created for role A and this is from the partition that is created for role U. This is how you should be able to manipulate the data using partition tables. The same applies for either of the 3 partitioning strategies, which are nothing but list, hash, and range.